Got it.
Hello, welcome to this series called Compassion in Action, the Storytellers. And today I have with me Lotte Mikkelsen, who I have known for probably about 11 or 12 years. And the story behind this, my little story, is that I read in the Times newspaper in England, in Great Britain, about the positive effects of laughter yoga on health. And I thought, you know what, I need to find out a little more about this, because I was finding since my children left home and work became very serious, I became very serious, so that I realised I'd stopped laughing to the same extent. So I contacted the laughter yoga leader of the whole of the British Isles and the United Kingdom to say, what do you do? And then I went on to train with Lotte and became a laughter yoga instructor. So Lotte, I'd love you to share a little bit about yourself, what brought you to laughter yoga, and what are the positive benefits, and then we'll talk a little more about how people can get in touch with you. So over
to thank you so much for having me here, Sue. And I can't believe it's that long ago about it. So, thank you so much for asking. I mean, it's such a long story, and it probably started way before laughter yoga anyway. But the thing that brought me to laughter yoga was actually coincidence. Because I had a friend who set up the laughter club in Copenhagen many years ago, and he kept asking me, come to the laughter club, we're laughing every Thursday. And I just didn't have time for it because my life was full of family and career and all sorts of things that prevented me from actually seeking out laughter. But when he organized the day in January 2000, the World Laughter Day, the first time it was celebrated outside India, I thought, okay, I can go here, yeah. And I was actually, literally, I was just wowed by this event. There was almost 10,000 people in the center of Copenhagen just there to laugh. I thought, wow, this is what I need to do. And just fast forwarding a little bit, because I then started bringing laughter to a lot of events and so on, even before I started myself. And that was still in Denmark. But I moved to the UK in 2001, still with laughter yoga on my mind. But life takes over a little bit, and my background is in in corporate businesses with technology, and you got to make a living and so on. So that's what I did when I moved here. But like I said, just fast forwarding a little bit, because in this is a long time ago again, we met, my old class in Copenhagen met at our 30th anniversary. And at that time I'd been doing laughter yoga for a little while, and this was probably around 2007 or so. So we met there, and I was 25th, by the way. And you do that round of what do you do now. And I said to when it was my turn, I said, okay, so I teach people to laugh. And it just went completely silent until one of my old friends, one of my classmates said, of course you do. And I was like, what? Sometimes we forget. Sometimes we forget our essence when we grow up. And this is why this is so important, because as young people and teenagers, we may not have a lot of time for laughter, because when I say time, I mean the opportunity in terms of our image and how we feel about ourselves and so on. So we may start shutting it down, and because of how society treats us and so on, and the standards and how we need to be perceived, we forget it. And I totally forgot, because he was saying to me, you used to always laugh and always have a smile for everybody and so on. Really? Oh yeah, I did. And so this was a natural development, I think, that I actually found laughter for a reason, to share it with other people. And I absolutely love it. It's moving and touching and inspiring every day. And every group I work with, every individual who come to train with me, I feel so grateful and blessed. So yeah, that was a long and winded story.
It's very succinct. And this started with Dr. Madan Katari, didn't it, in India, and then has spread throughout the world. So would you be able to explain to us, Lotte, what is laughter yoga, and what are the positive health benefits for it?
I definitely love to do that. Now, what laughter yoga is not, it's not forcing the laughter, it's pretending to laugh. Because we can all start with a ha 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 ha, even if it doesn't feel like a real laughter. This is what it's about. It's about being willing to try and laugh even when there's nothing to laugh about. Because let's face it, not every day is perfect, and life is not always that up movement, roller coaster. Well, it is a roller coaster, isn't it? Up and down. But we go through life and we forget to laugh because we don't take the opportunity, and we let it go. So laughter yoga is that way where you choose to laugh, and you choose it every day, because that's where it has the knock-on effect. I'll get back to that in a moment. But we laugh. We do exercises because that's sometimes easier than to get our own natural laughter out. Even if looking in the mirror and going ha 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 ha, sometimes it comes automatically, but if it doesn't, we still need to do it. And the reason we need to do it is because our laughter in our daily lives is not enough. Sometimes if we're by ourselves, and right now a lot of people work from home still, and if you're by yourself all day and you don't have a laugh because you haven't chosen to, then maybe next day you don't laugh again, and you don't laugh again, and you don't laugh again. So it's not enough. We need to laugh 10 to 15 minutes each time we laugh, so we get all these benefits, because we are changing our mood. We are introducing all these amazing, well, it's a joy cocktail, isn't it, into our body, and affecting how we feel about a lot of things. And not only that, but when we're laughing, we're gulping in all this air, and we're bringing the air around to our vital organs and to our brain. So physically we benefit, and when we benefit physically, we also affect our mood and our mindset, and so on. And the opposite is also the case. When we lift our mood, we also affect the way we feel about our bodies, and then we start doing more, and so on. And of course, connecting with other people. I know, when we're online, we connect differently, but again, we do connect. We connect in such a beautiful way when we laugh together.
Yes, and it's
Mm.
it lifts, as you say, lifts the mood. I find when I do it, and sometimes I go to children's parties and do it for friends.
Fantastic.
And usually I ask that the children are the only ones present, and the mummies go and sit in another room and do whatever they do, talk, drink wine, have coffee. But do you know what? Every time I've done it, you see the mummy's nose pressed against the door, usually a glass door, wanting to come in, because they sense something something wonderful is happening, and they're missing out. So this sense of connection. How do you actually run your laughter yoga courses now, or your training? Is this hybrid? Is it online? Is it in the physical? And how can people reach you who are inspired to know a little bit more?
Well, I do run both. I run online and I run in person, and I have a self-study as well now. And the thing that works beautifully, like you say, the connection we make and so on, we can do it online and it works really well. But I always recommend, if you are able to do it in person, or at least let's meet up and share some laughter at some point in the future after you've done online training, because this is where we get a different side of it. You can learn so much online, but there are certain things you can't. And I run training in London, 5 times a year, once a year in Durham, and once a year in Preston, and once a year in St Albans. So there are lots of opportunities. A few opportunities in North, but
How do people reach you then, Lotte? How can you give your website out here?
Yeah, most certainly. My company is United Mind, and my website is unitedmind.co.uk. If you forget United Mind, you can always go to laughteryoga.co.uk, where that's also laughter yoga.
And this, with this talk being about compassion in action, seeing you with the heart right in the middle of your heart space, just is that's the symbol, isn't it, of when we come together and open our mouths and laugh and connect with our hearts and feel those happy hormones that open up to us. That experience is a radical act of self-compassion, being able to open to others within a group.
It is, and it's not just opening to others, but we open to ourselves. We find our true self. And the thing about it is, because we connect so beautifully, we really do. And to go through life and beat all these challenges we're facing, whether it's physically or mentally or emotionally, laughter yoga really address all this. And the connections we make, that's what we have in our lives to support us going through all these challenges, if there are any. Well, there are. But the key thing is also that when we're practicing laughter yoga and we're doing it every day, like I say, it has that knock-on effect. We also start rewiring how we think and how we feel about things. And that old conditioning about, no, don't laugh too loud, or don't draw attention to yourself, or whatever it is we have our inner radio station go on about, we start rewiring that so we see things in a different light, and we do become more resilient and more resourceful. And that's really what it's about. And if we if we miss out on laughter, we're missing out on such a big part of our lives, I feel. And no matter what age we are, we can laugh by ourselves or we can laugh together. Any age, it's for everybody and it's for every occasion, really. It is.
Yeah, well, thank you. Oh, your energy is infectious, as we know. Smiling and laughing is infectious. So, thank you so much for coming on and sharing what you do. And let's keep the dialogue open. And I sincerely, I'm sure that a lot of people will find their way to you. And I look forward to talking to you again more for longer periods moving forward. Thanks, Lotte. It's been a
thank
joy.
you so much, Sue.